Hello, my vivacious Virgos. Welcome back to my channel. As you know, I am Sachi the Scorpio, and I am here to deliver your guided twin flame soulmate reading for the mid-month of May. Just wanted to do a little checkup because we just had that Scorpio full moon, and hot damn did we feel it. That was really intense. A lot of things have been revealed to us. You know, secrets might have come out. Also some energies about the occult. In almost every single sign that I've done, I've gotten a read about getting rid of items associated with your soulmate twin flame that might have negative energy associated with them and just getting it out of your space. So there is some energy about that. I also want to let you know that during the cleansing ceremony, I felt this energy of where it was like, you're supposed to get to the top so that you can have like the, like abolition of structure and hierarchy. So I'm definitely getting some soulmate twin flame kind of like power struggle sort of situation. And also, let's see, what is it? Oh, yeah, I was getting some pretty crazy thoughts for you guys. So I feel like keeping your mind in check is really important about what you are, you know, manifesting and things like that. So just keep your mind right. And then also that I think that for those of you dealing with a twin flame, so, like you guys came together and caused like a really big shed. I feel like you guys united. You know, we have the Gemini Venus retrograde coming up, you know, in like 2 days or something. I'm recording this on 5/10/20, and it very much like is, you know, I feel like you have physically or like energetically you've returned with your flame, and that you guys are both shedding under the Scorpio new moon, you know, which Scorpio full moon, sorry I said new moon, but Scorpio full moon, so something might have started with the Scorpio new moon. But I think that, okay, does something want to come out? Definitely a cycle has ended since the Scorpio new moon, which I think was last summer, in June or July. But can you please show us the themes that are going on for our dear Virgos? What is going on here? Crystals, focus. Yeah, like how I was saying, like what you focus your mind on, be very careful. And you know, see how it like took forever? I feel like there has to be some sort of focus of your energies of, you know, figuring out exactly what you want to do and exerting that sort of force. You know, the crystallizing of energy. You know, and like crystals are exactly like plants, you know, they just grow in a different way. It's a different energy force. And, you know, crystals are also, you know, like things that we crystallize within ourselves, you know, in our DNA with things of that nature. You know, like the salts that you form inside your body is what I wanted to say. But I definitely, you know, like I'm hearing Bjork's song Crystalline. I don't know if you've ever heard it, but check that out. What else is going on for Virgos? So some of you are definitely doing some crystal work. So there could be a focus on understanding crystals, studying them, knowing how to use them. Clouds, shape-shifting. So I feel like, you know, something is definitely changing. You might be dealing with someone who's kind of like a shapeshifter, you know, that might not be, like, okay, might not be what they appear, but also shape-shifting, how I was saying, like the, you know, the shed that you guys shared together. It very much is this sort of wind activation. It has activated some sort of thing within yourself. Like a couple signs got this. I think Gemini and Scorpio, maybe Cancer. But very much is, you know, the wind activation. Like someone's breath, someone's conversation really, like, woo, things have been activated for sure. And that's why, like, you know, a lot of twin flames have come together to cause this sort of spiritual rebirth around this time. And, you know, we're going through that retrograde period, the Venus Gemini retrograde, but things have already been activated is what I'm getting. Yes, exactly. rebirth, the spring equinox. There is a rebirth going on, just like that scorpionic energy I was talking about. It's that shamanic death. You know, things don't physically die, things spiritually die in order to be reborn, which might happen around the spring equinox, you know, next year, or something could have started around the spring equinox where you are yourself rebirthing, and this has really caused, you know, a pretty big activation in terms of that. And right now it's Island of Solitude, you know, so this very much is, you know, stepping away from the situation and rebirthing in solitude. All right, what is going on here? What is, whoa. You know, I'm going to ask them to be a little bit more specific, but all right, I will still read these. So with the King of Wands of focusing on, and the Page of Wands in reverse, there very much has, I feel like there has been two people involved. Like there might have been a third party situation, you know, where someone was the King of Wands, you know, the ultimate, like, I am connected to nature, we are connected in this way. And then someone was kind of the, you know, not as serious, sort of hippy dippy, you know, we're connected type energy is what I'm hearing. And I think that you have determined who you want to focus on, but I think that there has been some sort of, you know, we have the Five of Pentacles. I've been getting 5s and 10s all days, and that's kind of the energy that I feel. You know, today's 5, 10, 20, but that's kind of the energy that I'm feeling of a lot of people either stuck in this 5 cycle of things not being completed, but things being unfair. And then the 10, which is a completion or near completion of some cycles. But it looks like there is some sort of situation where, you know, you might have gotten screwed over in the physical realm, which can do with like the, you know, the money, the housing situation, anything tangible you can put your hands on. Also, I felt like my throat, you know, come at me. But so I feel like, there was some sort of physical unfairness, and like now someone is trying to bring this offering and you're just like, bitch, what? You raised me from the dead to give me these 5 pentacles when like you didn't give me anything when I was alive, like when I still felt that way about you. So I definitely feel that there's some like unfair energy, and someone has given like a little bit, like too little too late is what I'm hearing. Lit wick, slightly simmer. So yeah, this is someone that you do have a flame with still, where it is slightly still simmering. So, you know, this is, it's like a romantic feeling that you have for them, but very much more based on psychic connection. It says, Litwick shines a light that absorbs the life energy of people and Pokemon, which become the fuel that it burns. So I think that's another thing that you're recognizing is sort of that energy vampire effect that people have on you. And you're realizing, you know, the way that you focus your energy is like, okay, what energy are, you know, people giving to you to help you crystallize, you know, your focus? And like how is that playing out in your own energy of what you feed to others and things like that. What's the shadow here? It's the shadow. So the protection. So I think that you, if you're not, then you should, but very much be protecting yourself. You know, steel energy is all about protecting one's emotions. But it can be actually, you know, protecting your physical form, you know, with incantations or oils or, you know, a prayer, whatever you do. Crystals, protecting yourself with crystals. So I definitely think that there is, I think that you are really focused on like protecting your physical body with crystal work and things. It's beautiful. Hell yeah. Keep that up, Virgo. Keep it up. All right, let's see about the shape-shifting, though. What is... Okay, no. I need them to be more precise. Lovers in reverse. It's definitely a lover situation. This motherfucker has taken you on a ride, and it has been unfair. It has been unfair. I feel that, Virgo. I feel that, like, here comes death to, you know, sweep you off your feet and like, all right, well, there you go into the hidden forest. Like, what the fuck? This is not what I expected, you know? So, you know, and we saw the High Priestess, so I definitely feel like this is some energy where you have been like, you know, the High Priestess in this deck takes out the soul and inspects it. And I feel like that's what you've done, where you have, you know, with yourself and with your soulmate twin flame, of really, you know, taken the core, the essence, the soul of, you know, that you ultimately share with this person, you know, or at least vibrate in that way where you affect each other's souls, and looked at it and been like, so this is what it is. And I feel like someone has been shifty, that someone hasn't been, you know, true to you. I feel like they could have been, you know, very much a, I don't want to say liar, but, you know, not what they appear to be. The Knight of Cups, but they love you. Like, we have the Lovers. They want to be in union with you, and I think that you know that. And right now, like I said, we're in that retrograde period where things are like but they do. And like, I will tell everyone every read, you have the choice to walk away at any time, but if you want to reunite with your twin flame or your soulmate, there's some shit that needs to happen. But they have, you know, this is the Knight of Cups, the Lovers. I feel like in the past, because I think this might have come up, whatever, like they are changing. And you know how I was talking about the shedding, like in the past it has been this Lovers of like, you know, whisking you off your feet into the fucking darkness, you know what I mean? And like literally, like, she, unbeknownst to her, gets taken to the underworld. Like, oh great, thanks Prince Charming, you fucking dick, you know? And like, this is the Knight of Cups, which is the only good knight in this deck. And he goes, like, the travels that he does, because, you know, all the other knights are like galloping around, whoop-de-doo, you know, but this knight, he goes on trials and tribulations to reunite with the love of his life, you know? So he really goes on that quest. And I feel like this feels twin flamey, but could be soulmate as well, that they definitely, you know, they want this, they want to unite, they want to come rescue you, spiritually rescue you, is what I'm hearing. What's the light aspect? Drapion using cross poison. So, you know, here we have, look, that's the Scorpio. We just had the Scorpio full moon. So you could be dealing with the Scorpio, but I really do feel like it's more of that scorpionic energy that I was talking about, of the shamanic death, of, you know, ripping off parts of our soul, you know, that we are going through spiritual rebirth, because this is a darker energy. And I feel like there has been, you know, like, it's come to light that there has been an unseen, you know, a shadow transformation that has gone on, not in the 3D, but in the 5D, you know, very much based on that. It says, it takes pride in its strength. Even though it can tear foes apart, it finishes them off with powerful poison. So, you know, we do have this shifting of that, you know, sort of shedding energy, but it also talks about taking pride in strength. So I feel like this person has been very prideful. They've tried to be super strong, and like, instead of just tearing the relationship apart, instead of, you know, just ending cleanly, like, they just gave you this poison and took you along for this poisonous ride. You know what I mean? And I feel like they definitely are changing and going through a transformation so that they can be in union with you and be like the good knight, not the bad knight, fucking taking you. Ugh. I needed some water because I know that journey. I'm sorry, Virgo. All right, let's take a look at the shadow. But like I said, you don't have to wait for them. What's the shadow? It's your choice. Dino using headbutt bounce. So yeah, I feel like someone has their head up their butt is what I'm hearing. And because it's dragon type, I definitely take this as twin flame. So I do have a lot of twin flame energy here. But with the headbutt bounce, this is a psychically dark attack. So I feel like, you know, we do have this, you know, and look, it's very much things that happened with the Scorpio full moon, okay, has really, cause them to bounce back. It really, you know, headbutt. Like, they are seeing things in a whole new way where they really do want to come forward, you know, and be that knight in shining armor. But this is a little bit of a setback of whatever's happening here. It says, lacking sight, it's unaware of its surroundings, so it bumps into things and eats anything that moves. So lacking sight, I feel like maybe they, you know, their third eye might have been shut, you know, like this attack, like we have psychic and dark right here, okay, that come out already, and like it's a psychic and dark attack. It needs psychic dark type in order to have this. So I feel like it had to go through that darkness in order for it to really, you know, get it stuck on their head, because it talks about not being able to see. So I feel like in the past they literally were not able to see the value of this relationship and what it entailed, but now they are, you know, like they were just bumping along, running into anything, eating anything that comes along, but now they have really understood, you know, the sanctity of it is what I'm hearing. What's the activation? It's the activation energy. So this wants to come out stuck. Chains. Oof, I'm sorry. You guys are both so burdened on this, and I feel like this is like clearing the air is what I'm getting, because a couple other signs got that, and I'm finally getting it is about clearing the air. And so that conversation has been started, and it really is about, you know, the chains of what is weighing down one's soul. This is that, you know, ghost that goes to Scrooge, his business partner, and Marley, and is like, don't make the same mistakes as me. You know, I'm stuck here and attached to the money and the time and the And I feel like, you know, someone might have been very much that way, where they focus too much on their work and things like that, where they prioritized work or, you know, some sort of time related thing over love, you know. What's the light aspect? Yeah, solar plexus. Yeah, all right, I get it. So this very much was focused on, like, I feel like they couldn't handle your shine is what I'm hearing. Like, this is solar plexus chakra in reverse, which is very much that Leo energy of like, this is who I am, and this is what I stand for, and this is my personality, you know. And like, with that energy in reverse, I feel like someone was burdened and like kind of jealous of someone's shine. And I feel like it's the way that you shine, for some reason, it was a burden to them. And with the trainer, with the Pokeball, it's like trainer cards always mean someone else. And it's like, there's somebody else trying to catch you, and you know that, you know what I mean? Like, there are other things, and I think that you've come to the realization that there are other people that you can go catch. And, you know, if this is twin flame, you know, it's on a whole different level, but like, you know that the way that you get them to come to you is by detaching and going for other people to try to catch you. You know, that puts a little flame under their dupa, you know, so just remember that. And with Golduck using derail, there very much has been some sort of emotional derailment. I feel like it's how things were activated in conversation, very much, you know, solar plexus related energy of like, I'm this person sort of stuff. It really has emotionally derailed somebody. It says, its forelegs are webbed, helping to make it an adept swimmer. It can be seen swimming elegantly in lakes, etc. So I feel like you are there's going to be some sort of emotional derailment, but you are going to learn to have webbed fingers and be able to navigate and emotionally, you know, articulate situations that are going on. And I think that that is what's being very much activated inside of your own mind in terms of like the chains that you've been holding on to in regards to this relationship. All right, what is the shadow here? Lantern using confused ray. Yeah, I feel like someone couldn't handle someone else's shine because they were too confused about who they were. You know, like they couldn't follow their own light. And I feel like someone still is confused, whether it's you or your soulmate twin flame, about like following their own light, you know? And it says, this Pokemon flashes a bright light that blinds its prey. This creates an opening for it to deliver an electrical attack. So I feel like, you know, there was a flash, you know, that's how it got activated. Someone, you know, hung a little, you know, carrot in front of someone, is like, ooh, do you like this? And then withdrew, you know, blinding, you know, and I feel like someone really couldn't handle the type of electric shock that sort of happened there. What's going on with this rebirth and the solitude? What's going on with the rebirth and the solitude? Are you gonna say anything? 'Cause I was actually asking, like, is it gonna take a long time? Is what I was getting. Like, is this going to be a rebirth that happens like next year in spring, is what I was hearing in my head. And we have the Queen of Pentacles, which she ushers in winter. So I do think, and hey, Virgo, like I said, you don't have to stick around for any of it. But the Queen of Pentacles very much is, you know, when winter comes and things, you know, get cold and things like that, that there is going to be a rebirth. So for some of you, it might not be until the next spring equinox, but also with the Queen of Pentacles, I will say, because we do have the moon coming up with the Queen of Wands, might I add, that there is like, you know, where I am, it brought frost. So it very much is about, you know, letting some seeds die so that they can be rebirthed. And, you know, we're going through so many retrograde periods that honestly, until December, it's just kind of a clusterfuck, to be honest. Like, for me, I'm giving patience and time in my own twin flame relationship, because it's like, oh, there's just so much going on. Let's just like go fix your shit, you know, whatever. It's not going to be great here either, you know? But I feel very much it's like, you know, you're going to be focused more on the Queen of Pentacles energy of the physical realm. So I think you're going to be focused more on your money, your housing, you know, anything tangible. And that's part of what you do during this solitude until things can actually rebirth. Like, I feel like the seed has been planted and it will be successful, just not this season. And, you know, with the Queen of Wands in reverse, this is like, don't keep, like, you work more in the 3D than the 5D is what I'm hearing. You know, stop giving your energy to this person and put it into your own stuff to, like, get your money right and stuff like that. And with the Queen of Swords in reverse, this is like, don't raise it from the dead. Don't bring it back from the dead is what I'm hearing. And it very much has to do with some sort of conversation, you know, and there's the full moon. Like, there are definitely parts of, you know, what just spiritually shed off of us that should not come back, you know, during any other lunar cycle. And there was some energy that I was getting. I don't remember what it was, but like, I felt this energy of like, having a list and like maybe writing down and listing things that someone did wrong. Like, just let it go. Just let it go. Like, say it to the universe or something, or maybe make that list like for yourself to get it out of your system. But like, don't put that on somebody else if you want to unite. Okay? Like, love forgives. As shitty as it is, Virgo, I know, I hear you. But like, it's just like, that will help this rebirth, unless you want to play the blame game forever. You know, it's like, do you want to unite? Like, they look like they've changed. They really have. They've had some sort of epiphany. Okay, so it's like, can you let go though? That's the thing about these relationships. It tests our boundary of what love is. It's insane. All right, what's the light energy over here, please? Trainer, maintenance, yeah, Kakuna using Harden and Tangle of Vine Whip. Someone, like the other person, like I'm saying, is working on it. Trainer cards are somebody else. Like, there is someone who is there, they need to work on this, but they can only do it by themselves, you know, in solitude. And, you know, you both will, and you have to wait for them to rebirth if you want to, you know, but there are also many people who are trying to catch you, who are also going to be working on that. So it's really, you know, a test of time. Is this person going to step the fuck up and do their work? Or, you know, are you going to start building something with someone else? Because we have Kakuna using harden. This is about protecting oneself before metamorphosis happens. This is very much like a pupate state. You know, it says, almost incapable of moving, this Pokemon can only harden its shell to protect itself when it's in danger. And that's very much, you know, the soulmate twin flame sort of thing, is like, if, like, they only evolve if you protect yourself from them. That's just how it is. You have to, it's that delicate balance of push and shove. And, you know, this is based in the heart chakra, you know, and here we have Vine Whip, which is very much, you know, getting pain on the heart chakra of being vine whipped there. And it very much is the entanglements that you have within the heart chakra. It says, it tangles any moving thing with its vines. Its subtle shaking is ticklish if you get ensnared. So this might have been someone who was kind of, you know, like to ensnare anybody, might have had a bunch of different relationships and taken you on that sort of ride. And like, I can, you know, it talks about being ticklish, you know, if you get ensnared too much. And I hear you like, ha ha ha, like, oh yeah, they would do this. Like, that's just their behavior is what I'm hearing. And yeah, that is. And you love them anyway for it, it appears. Like, you know what I mean? So part of it is, you know, protecting yourself from that so they can fix their behavior so that they can come towards you. But if they come towards you fixed, you can't bring this stuff up from the past. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, you can, but you have to let it go. Yeah, because we have Super Rod and C-Dot coming here, Bide, like, just going right to the dino. Yeah, because it's twin flame. Like, this is the deepest relationship you've ever had. You know, this is your super rod. Like, the only fishing rod that can get as deep inside of you. So, you know, you do know that. And it's very much C-Dot, you know, Bide. Like, if you want to wait for this, you can. You don't have to. But there is going to be a rebirth next spring during the equinox. You know, this is a seed that is biding its time. You know, like, it's still in the cocoon stage. It's not ready to metamorphosize. It says, when it dangles from a tree branch, it looks just like an acorn. It enjoys scaring other Pokemon. So we have a lot of hanging out in trees. So I don't know if someone likes to do that, but I feel like there's some energy of you, you know, maybe being near a tree, grounding yourself to a tree, you know, connecting with one, seeing what it has to say to you. You know, another sign got that. I forget what it was. I think it was Sagittarius, of like, yeah, like, listen to the trees. And also it talks about like scaring someone. That's some shadow energy. So I don't know if someone is very much into, you know, spooking someone's heart or something like that, or trying to scare someone, but don't do that. And I hope they don't do that to you, because, you know, if you put the relationship into a fear vibration, then it's just going to stay in a fear, and then love can't come together. So, all right, what is the, what does Virgo need to hear about love? It says, desire does not demand love before it traps you, but desire with love creates a powerful bond. So a lot of twin flame readings have been getting this, and you know it's that delicate dance of the twin flames of like, desire does not demand love before it traps you. You know what I mean? You can't demand someone to love you, and then once you have that love, like, yes, now you're trapped, you're in this love with me. You know, desire, when you desire somebody and you are, you know, in that force of love, it creates that powerful bond. And you know that when you love each other right, you will harmonize and come together. That's just how it works. So make sure that you keep that. If you want to demand things of someone or try to trap them in something, you know it's not going to come together. All right, so what should be focused on healing for Virgo? What should be focused on healing for Virgo? The Goddess. Yes, a couple of signs have gotten this. This is about embracing the divine feminine and to really get in touch with the divine feminine, of getting in touch with your inner goddess. Like, yes, I am beautiful. Like, here's the full moon too. Like, yes, I am beautiful. I am, like, look at her solar plexus chakra. It is on fire. You know what I mean? Like, I am gorgeous. I am the bringer of life. I can have the ability to create. I this, I that, you know, like, spend a little extra on your self-care routine and get in touch with your inner goddess. Like, no matter, you know, what your gender or body type may be, we all have the inner goddess, the inner divine feminine within us. Yeah, birth, because of this rebirth. I was talking about the shamanic birth. Yes, like, harness your inner goddess, because that is what is being rebirthed. And I think you are remembering your divine feminine roots that are within you, of like, you deserve to receive. You deserve to receive. You do. The goddess gets offerings. So, all right. So just remember, if you want this, it can be rebirthed. It will be rebirthed around the spring equinox. So just be patient about the seed. You know, it's in a pupate state. Okay, my dear Virgo, I hope that you got what you needed. Please like, comment, subscribe. The more energy you send to me, the more energy I can send to you. If you're interested in a private reading, please feel free to email me at sachithescorpio@gmail.com, or you can DM me on Instagram at sachithescorpio. And I hope that you have a great rest of May, and I hope to see you again for the next reading. Bye-bye, Virgo. I love you. Mwah.